about this time. If anyone is joining us this evening, we are having a open live conversation, and the topic is, what is something that you have an exuberant amount of that if you told somebody they wouldn't believe you? Like, for example, I have an exuberant amount of rocks. I really enjoy collecting rocks, and unless you know me, you wouldn't know that. Like, I literally need a house for the different rocks, crystals, things that I have, because I've just been collecting for, God, like 20 plus years now. I like this one. This one's one of my favorite. So it looks like a dinosaur egg. And then another one that I found recently, which is kind of cool. I thought this one looks like a cat face. Look at that. And all of these are just found out in the wild. Look at this one. This one's a geode. I cracked it open. I thought there was going to be more crystal inside of it, but unfortunately, there's not. But it's still a pretty cool piece. Look at that. So I'm just going to take a moment to show you a couple of my pieces. This piece, I don't let anyone touch this one because this one's a haunted piece. This piece found me in the cemetery. Here's another really cool one. This one I just kind of found. I was on a walk. I'm not really sure what kind of rock it is, but according to my rock book, it says that it's petrified wood, but I think it's like just a part of a geode without the crystals. Look at that. And then we have what I thought was gold, but apparently is actually fool's gold. Not pretty neat. And then another really cool piece that I acquired recently, but this was from a rock show. I went to go trade some pieces that I had extra of. And this elderly gentleman was doing a booth with his wife, and they gave me this piece. It's beautiful. Look at that iridescent shine when the light hits it. Isn't that so pretty? So if you're just tuning in, I'm talking about something that you might have an exuberant amount of, but if you told somebody, they wouldn't believe you. So I'm showing off part of my rock and crystal collection. It literally needs its own house. Here's one of my favorites. This kind of looks like a brain, but I think it's actually a piece of coral. I found this on a trip to the beach. And then I thought I had found a piece of gold, but apparently it's actually fool's gold. So apparently I was the fool in this situation, but look at that. Isn't that so pretty? If you collect rocks, you know what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to unwrap a piece that's really special. Like I said, I've been collecting for years. Look at this one. I don't know the names of all of these, so I would have to look it up. But some of them I do know. No. Yes, because the other two are for your friends. Please stop. Please stop. No, because those are for your friends. Here's another really cool one. So this is actually out of a rock that I busted open. It's another little geode. It's a clustered geode, according to my friend, who's a geologist. And then this one is a beauty. Look at this one. This is a smaller chunk of, I believe, amethyst is what I was told. Look at that. Bottom side, not so pretty. Top side, amazing. I'll show you another cool piece. Well, I think this one's kind of cool. This one's like a mixed rock. Like I said, I collect a little bit of everything from all over. It's got a little bit of crystals in it, just kind of a little bit of fossilized stuff. Pretty interesting. Does anyone in the comments collect rocks? This one's called Shart. It's pretty cool. I found this one on my trip about 2 years ago to Nevada, and this one comes in a couple different colors. At first, I thought it was actually a Native American artifact, but it turns out it's just a really unique rock. Some of them are more bland and some of them are more plain because some of them are polished, been through my tumbler, and some of them I just kept them in their, you know, true state of form. Some volcanic rock, obsidian. It's one of the smaller pieces I think that I have. You blink and you like miss that one. I like this one because it looks like a jelly bean. Now, some of these, like I said, were given to me, and some of these were found, but either way, they're kind of cool. Now, this is a garnet. You probably can't see this, but when you shine a certain light on this, you'll actually see red stones in it. It just looks plain, but it's pretty cool. I got this from a little shop in my area called The Bead Man. They specialize in all kinds of different glass beads, plastic beads, crafting stuff, as well as like bohemian type stuff, crystals, etc. They're a pretty cool shop. If you're ever in Redding, California, you should check them out. Got this one for Easter. The way to my heart is not tacos, it is rocks. Buy me rocks. I love rocks. But all joking aside, tacos are great too. Now this one is a piece of petrified wood that I found when I was in Nevada. Goldfield, Nevada. It's a pretty cool piece, huh? You can never have too many rocks, except for when your house needs a house for its own rocks. Now this one is a rock that was shaped into a heart. It's amethyst, but it's heart. Isn't that pretty? Daughter gave me that one for Valentine's Day. And then I believe, if I'm correct, I got this one recently. This one is peacock gold. It kind of looks like if you've ever seen oil dried and spilled on a rock. It's kind of cool. Look at the back side of this. The lighting really does not do this rock justice. It's a beautiful piece. And my favorite, this clear crystal. So this actually came from a bigger piece, unfortunately, that my kids broke. So I had to save the crystal shard. The other piece I ended up giving to a friend. Here's a geode that I actually busted open. Got this one when I was visiting the zoo. Isn't that cool? Like when I say my house needs its own house for its rocks, I have rocks in every room, filling up my windowsills, filling up the shelf behind me. Some of them I took down to show you. I have rocks in my bathroom on a shelf. I have another shelf in my bathroom that has rocks on it. I have a whole other shelf in my bedroom that just kind of displays rocks and different like findings from when I go and dig with my metal detector. Hello, everyone. Now this one is not really a rock. I thought it was, but it's apparently a piece of sheet glass. So I just kind of collect all different kinds of different things. This one's one from a beach, and I actually put it through my tumbler. And it kind of changed the texture a little bit, but it's still kind of cool. This reminds me a lot of Dalmatian jasper, which is basically kind of like a white jasper with spots on it. Hence its name. Now this one, I have no idea what it is. Again, another rock that I got from Nevada. Betty, Nevada. So just different little cities in Nevada. Isn't that cool? What a great piece. It doesn't shine or anything. I just like that it's just got different colors on it. In the light, it looks very iridescent. And then this is another type of short. Or shirt. I'm not sure how you spell it, but I think it's pronounced short. Anyway, this is a white version of the gray one that I showed you. Where is it? So that's a white version of this one that I showed you. So same rock family, different color. Just like there were several different types of jasper. And then here's another geode. I actually found this one when I moved to this podunk town that I live in, which we don't normally have very many crystals here unless you go out to Jones Valley, which, mind you, is a long drive. Look at that piece. And then here's another piece of the same thing that I showed you, of that shirt type rock. But this one's like a chalk color. And then here's another one. This is another favorite of mine. I got this one for Mother's Day, and this is polished tiger's eye. Look at that. Not beautiful. I just love the shape they take on when you tumble them. Even if you find them out in the wild and they're not polished, like this is a piece of jasper. This is what it looks like if it's unpolished versus polished. Just kind of looks like almost like a brick. And then here is the same piece, but well, different shape, but polished of the same piece of jasper. So when you polish them or tumble them, they come out and they show their other colors that you wouldn't see if they're not polished. Let's see, here's another piece of jasper. I just like that none of them really have the same shape or color. I'm not sure what this one is, but it almost looks similar to the peacock gold. Look at that. Isn't that color really pretty? I like the way the light hits it. It just really shows that purple and blue. And here's another piece of jasper. Let's see. Oh, let me show you a really, really neat one. I call this one my Easter egg, just because it's a lot of different colors. Look at that. Don't actually eat it. You'll bust your teeth. So some of these, like I said, majority of them, I don't really know their names. I've just been given a lot of them by friends. I like that one because when the light shines through it, it makes the rock have like an opal effect. If you know the birthstone opal, I really like opal. So a lot of times when you'll crack open the geodes, they'll have crystals inside. Sometimes they won't. I didn't get so lucky with this one. But it's still, either way, it's still a pretty cool piece. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Dalmatian jasper. So that's another type of jasper altogether. I don't know if you can see that. More like a dice shape. But it's kind of interesting. And then one of my absolute favorites of my grandma's is this one, which was given to me by her before she passed. And this is hematite. Are you talking about the last rock that I just showed? This one? No, that's Dalmatian jasper. No, I do have some of that here. Jade. And then, wow, I totally dropped that one. Hey, Genevieve, can you hand me that? There's jade and then there's turquoise, and they're going to look different colors. Thank you. So there's that one. Oops. And then there's that one. Not entirely the same thing. Kind of similar colors of blue. Let's see, here's another really cool one to show you. Like, I have so many. Like, look, this one looks like a boomerang. This one's my, like, mammoth of all rocks. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Also looks like a Nike check mark if you hold it sideways. And then here is another type of jasper, but I'm not really sure what this one is. In the same family as the red rock that I showed you. I always joke and tell people that one looks like a turtle. I mean, I guess when you hold it sideways, to me it looks like a turtle. I have so many. Like, this is like 30 plus years of rock collecting and I haven't stopped. I just, you know, when you see like a really good rock and you just have to pick it up, just no purpose. Like if the shape or the color or I don't know, the energy vibes with me, I pick it up. Like, I have an entire pickle jar that's empty and it's just got heart-shaped rocks in it. No purpose really for them. I just have a whole jar of heart-shaped rocks. And then here's another version unpolished of that blue rock that I showed you earlier that was square. Let's see, do I have it? So it's very interesting if you do a side-by-side. So here's what that looks like polished. And then here's what it looks like unpolished in its natural state, like if you were to find it outside. So very, very, very interesting. Same rock, same exact rock. And then this one is a variation of the same last two rocks I just showed you about 2 seconds ago, but carved into a heart shape. Say what, sweetie?
I got stuck in here.
I'm gonna have to do something to get that out later, okay?
Okay. There's slime in the middle.
Of course, there's slime in the middle. I'll help you in a minute with that. I like this one just because of the color. The texture is okay looking, but it kind of reminds me of a robin's egg, the color a little bit. Isn't that pretty? Let me know if you collect rocks. What is your favorite type of rock? Okay. And then here's another variation of the tiger's eye. I go rock hounding. I actually went on Amazon. I want to say it like cost me like $50, and I got the goggles, the gloves, the chisels, the little pickaxe, and shovel, basically everything that you need to start your rock hounding journey. And I think it was like $50. Anywhere else you go, they're going to be like crazy expensive. So obviously I had to get my metal detector and my rock hounding kit hand in hand because, I don't know, you just can never have too many rocks. Look at that one. Now, I found this one when I went back state to Ohio to visit some friends and family. It's a pretty cool piece. I found that the beach. Well, technically, it's not really a beach. It's the lake because they don't really have any beaches in Ohio. Found it near Lake Erie. And then here is another variation of jasper. So no two jaspers that you find out in the wild are going to look the same color or the same shape or anything like that. Oh, let's see. Okay, so here's a bigger piece of the obsidian or volcanic rock that I was trying to show you earlier. So it's going to come in all shapes and sizes. Isn't that beautiful? I love the texture. The texture feels really smooth. I found this one. We got lost camping, and I got out for a break when I got lost due to my GPS not functioning, and I found this rock when I decided to take a break on the side of the road. I think we were in like Seattle or something. Not really sure what it is, but it's still a very interesting piece. It kind of reminds me of, did y'all see like the strawberry moon a couple nights ago? It was so beautiful. It was really red and vibrant. This kind of reminds me of like that, except more like the harvest moon that we get like in October, November timeframe. This rock reminds me of the harvest moon. It also looks like a giant jawbreaker. Here is another piece. Like I said, there's 2 pieces in my collection that I never let anybody touch, and it's because they are haunted pieces. And I say haunted because they found me when I was in a cemetery. So I never let anyone touch the 2 pieces that are haunted. Look at that one. Now these come from all over. These rocks are everywhere from the United States to Israel, Pakistan, Africa, just everywhere. Like they're not just from within the United States or anything like that. That one. Clear one. I always thought that one was a piece of glass, but according to my friend who is a geologist, he says that it is a rock, but he doesn't know what it is. I found this one when I was in Michigan. Here's another one. This is just random. You know, like when, I don't know if you ever check the free section on Facebook Marketplace. Like you'll, depending on what you're looking for, like I like to go get free furniture and fix it up. And so this came in a box of furniture that I was fixing up. Not really sure what it is, but it's kind of cool. You can almost, except for the center part, you can almost see through it when you hold it up to the light. It's really pretty. Now, I went to a rock and gem show. It was their 69th anniversary, I think, last year. And I was able to trade one of the people there for this piece Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a lot bigger, but I'm only showing you part of it. Like recently, this thing decided it was going to crack, so I'm a little bummed by that. Here's the bottom part of the same rocket. It just literally cracked in two. But it's a beautiful piece. Look at that. Look at all these rocks. All these rocks we're looking at so far. It's crazy. It's crazy. No, no, please, no.
Hi.
You can't do that without a shirt on. Not without a shirt on.
This. Look at the
No,
slime.
sorry. My daughter is playing with a donut-scented slime that is yellow. I guess they now throw in like fake sprinkles and stuff like that.
And
so
here's what
she
it comes like.
loves to play with this stuff. I'm an adult who loves slime too, but
You put it up
I
here.
don't think that everyone wants to see your donut slime. Please stop.
Hey.
Please stop. Hey, you can't do that because YouTube does have rules, okay? They have rules. You have to wear a shirt. Look at that one. Now this one I got when I was in Nevada in a little town called Goldfield. And this is more of an iridescent rock. They have a place where you can pay, I think it's like $40 or $50, and you can get a permit, and they have a little area where you can go rock hounding inside of these mines that have crystals and different things. And you can get like an hour permit or a day permit, and then basically whatever you bring out within that time frame is yours to keep. So I went there and kind of dug up some of my own little rocks. This one reminds me of those, those little chewy jelly candies that are like shaped like a tangerine. I don't know if they still even make those, but when I was growing up, they had them, and this kind of reminds me of those, those little jelly candies, the things that just stick to your teeth. And then this is a softer version of that rock that I showed you at the very, very, very beginning. So this is a polished version of that. Let's see if I can. That is a polished version of this one. So unpolished, polished. But a little slightly different shade, same rock though. Just not polished. Thank you. Yes, I enjoy collecting rocks. You're never too old to have a hobby. My old man used to say, before he got hurt in his motorcycle accident. And when I say old man, I mean my dad. I don't mean like old man as in husband. He used to say, you're never too old to chase your dreams. You're never too old to have a hobby.
Easy to come out. See, Lavender? That was easy to
Okay,
get out.
you got it out?
Yeah.
And this one is just pure black. I don't know why, but this kind of reminds me of licorice chunks. These rocks, they're colorful and they remind me of candy. Anyone remember rock candy? Do they still make rock candy? Like, the, like where it actually, not the rock candy on the sticks, but they actually used to make little edible candies that legit looked like, I don't even know how to explain it, but they looked like rocks, just like what I'm holding up. And, I don't know, I remember them being like a very, very crunchy candy, and I haven't seen them in a long time. Like, I feel like you have to go to a specialty shop to find them. What? So those just sit on top of there. They don't actually hook on there. Yeah. I know they don't stay on there. I don't know why. It's a defect in the way the factory made them, honey. She's asking me why her lid won't stay on her slime. Can you see this one? Now, the light does not do this justice because if the lighting was better, my light's kind of shit, no pun intended on that, this would be sparkling and you would see bits of silver. And that's the reason why I picked this up. I wasn't sure exactly what it is, but this lighting is so terrible. Can't really see that. Oh my God. My cat just farted. The cat is trying to kill me. Oh my God. My cat just let out the nastiest fart right now. We're trying my cat on a new food because my vet told me my cat's a little tubby. And so I'm trying my cat on this like $60 like specialty cat food that they sell at Walmart, and it makes my cat fart like hard-boiled egg farts.
See that I love. See?
Oh my god.
That was the baby that pooped.
No, that was the cat. That was definitely the cat.
I wish we could mix these to make a different color.
Don't do it. Lavender would not like that.
Mix.
Here's another little crystal. Look at this one.
Mom, I want the other ones to like put them in and mix them for her.
Okay, when I'm done, we'll talk about that. Okay? Yeah.
To mix like the stuff in them.
We can talk about that when I'm done. Okay? Yeah.
Mom, this is my beautiful chair that I love.
Oh, here's another one. Look at this one. Almost similar to the one I just showed you, but not quite. I wish that YouTube would give people the option to like come on screen, so that way if other people had like, you know, a rock collection that they wanted to share, we could all be showing each other our collections. Did I put that one back in the box? I might have put that one back in the box and just showed it to you again. This is not a rock, but this is just kind of an interesting piece of, I guess, giant sea glass that I found. But I just kind of liked it for the shape.
Look how far it can go than the other.
By the time I'm done with the live, my cat's going to end up killing me. Oh, look at that one. Here's another form of jade. Hey, can you guys please stop? Okay, but there's 2 recliners. Stop. Look at this one. It'd be really cool if they actually took rocks and like the smaller ones, like the ones I'm showing you, and made dice out of them. Oh, you guys, get along. Get along, please. One second. Hey, where did the remote go? Oh, well, you're not getting along, so I'm going to, yes. You need to stop. I have people online right now. Stop it right now. Stop. Let's see. Where was I? Check out this one. Hi, welcome to the new people who just joined. Oh, look, here's another version of the green one I just showed you. Please stop.
He's in my chair.
There are 2 of them. Please stop.
That was mine.
Look at this one. I like this one. When the light hits it, it actually looks almost like a green color, but it's really a blue and a gray color. Okay, I'll take care of him in a minute.
Look, Mom.
I'm on live. Stop. I said I'll take care of it in a minute, please. Stop. Here's another little tiger's eye one. Like, sometimes I'll get duplicates because I have friends, and every time they go on vacation, I'll ask them to bring me back a rock.
You want to get to 20? You want to get to 20? Dad, you're in my way. Mom, I can't. Jennifer, you in the way of the TV. No. No, let me show you where it is.
As long as I...
One second, y'all.
Find it. I don't want it in the house.
I am trying to get ready to turn off my TV because my kids are seeming to pick the only time when I go live to talk about something to fight.
Mr. Skinny Legs is not under the chair.
Is it this one, Mom? The one that I just have?
Oh, I wonder where.
Stop, please.
No.
Stop.
I just got it a minute ago.
Sounds like Mummy is jumping.
Not my sister anymore.
Really? She's not your sister because you don't agree with what she's saying? Are you serious?
Mr. Skinny Legs into the garden.
Let me turn the TV off.
Has got the whole garden to play.
Bye-bye, Mr.
You need to stop, please.
How's that gonna
It
move?
is starting to rain.
How's that gonna do that with the
Legs
TV?
is running back to
Because
the
as soon as it realizes there's no internet connection, your TV's gonna shut off.
He's climbing up the water spout.
Stop, please.
She's in my spot.
Are you serious right now?
She's in my spot.
I am going to go ahead and end this live, and I'm going to come back in about 5 minutes. So it is 8:05 p.m. here. So I am going to come back live and 5 minutes at 8:10 p.m. California time, because I got to take care of some problems in my household right now. They pick the only time to fight when I'm live. So come back in 5 minutes at 8:10 p.m. California time, and we will continue the rest of the video because I want to hear from you. Hello. Hello from England. Hello. I buy, sell gemstones and antique jewelry. That's awesome. If you have a website, Steve, drop it in the live. When I come back in 5 minutes, drop it in the live. We're gonna say 8:10 now, just because I have to also change a diaper. But drop it in the live when I come back in 10 minutes, because I would definitely love to check out your shop. Daytona Beach, Florida. I'm so jelly. I have a friend who lives in Florida, and that's such a beautiful area. She has a business where she knits and crochets, and she sells like a lot of beautiful handmade Batman and Captain America blankets.
Where will the new web be, Daddy?
But anyway, join me back here in about 10 minutes, and I'll go live again, and we'll finish the rest of the video, and we'll open it up to any questions that you guys want to ask. Bye.
I don't want to be